Alright, here we go. I'm about to show y'all the most powerful version of Snake Eyes that I guarantee you have not saw anywhere else. I am the only one who plays this card in my Snake Eyes deck, and it is a card that I would argue makes this deck more broken than you've ever saw before. Now I've had a couple streamers react to me playing this deck, and I'm gonna tell you, it's O fucking P. If you thought Snake Eyes was busted, it's even more busted with this shit in the deck. And what are you talking about, Mike? Stop beating around the bush. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about this card right here. Harpy's Featherstorm. I know what you're thinking, bro. How do you even activate Harpy's Featherstorm? This shit says you have to have a wind-winged beast. Well, for one of the most important distinctions of Snake Eyes is pretty much all the main monsters are level 1. That's the first thing, right? And then this card right here, if you got two level 1s in your graveyard, this can basically bring those level 1s back, put them right back on the field for you. So, to trigger this card's effect, you can just go into your lilmikemikesix. Now, what I'm basically trying to tell y'all is that this deck still plays like regular Snake Eyes. It has everything in there to do the original Snake Eyes combos, all the normal Snake Eyes shit. But if you manage to draw into either a Harpy's Featherstorm or a Trap Tricks, you can do the combo. And I'm going to show you what the combo looks like in some of my videos. Some of these videos that we're about to watch. It is the most oppressive shit ever. When you do it, your opponents cannot beat you after that. I have yet to lose whenever I flip this card over on my opponent's turn. Yet to lose. Not a single loss. I've been climbing ranks and I have not lost when I flip this card over. So let's go look at this. So here we go. So here's some of the matches. We're gonna start here and then work our way up. Simple as that. And now, every single match is not going to, not every single match that you watch, I'm gonna do the combo. But whenever you see this card in my hand or the other one, you gonna see some crazy shit. So my opponent decides to activate Duel and Lockbird on me. I then summon out the Diabell Star, which allows me to set the original Sinful Spoil Snake Eyes, go into Link Karibo, activate the Jet Synchron right here, and just go right into Lyra Lusk. Just like that. Boom. Activate the Trap Tricks, and then we are going to flip over a Harpy's Featherstorm. Remember what I told you. When I activate, I don't lose. Watch how oppressive this is for my opponent. He activates Harpy's Featherstorm. Boom. Activates the Incredible Ecclesius of the Virtuous. Bro, he couldn't do shit. His turn is over. This trap has to be the winning card for him. I guess if I'm playing against a Labyrinth player, they might be able to come back. But bro, Labyrinth players don't run Droll and Lockbird. So I would have had a much better board than this if this was a Labyrinth any fucking ways. So here we go. We're going Formula Sync Run. And then we're going to bring out the Oak. Resummon this out, go into Borolo Savage Dragon. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm a troll, bro. I'm a fucking troll. So I go into Baron de Floor. I got another Harpy's Featherstorm right here. We are going to pop this back row. I am going to attack, leaving him alive. And I had game. But I am a fucking troll though, bro. Attack again. And there we go. We are going to Harpy's Featherstorm him again, my boy. 2 times. Now I would have just killed him if I didn't have a second one. But, you feel me? He just passed turn because he knew, hey, there's nothing I can do. So, go ahead and finish that match up right there. Let's go on to the next match. I'm telling y'all, this deck cooks, bro. It absolutely cooks. And like I say, Not every match I'm going to do the combo, but most of them I get the hand, I get the card. You got five out of 40 chance of grabbing that card, bro. 5 out of 40, either through trap tricks or just getting the card itself. You could run it at 6 if you wanted to. I just choose not to. I like consistency, so I choose not to. And I mean deck consistency overall with the hand traps and everything. So yeah. So we're gonna go into Promethean Princess. Go into the Amblo Whale. And at this point we're just doing simple Snake Eyes shit. Go ahead and summon out IP Masquerena right here. I'm going to use the Flamberge to summon the Flamberge right here. And then my opponent is going to activate Nadir Servant. I'm just going to summon out Appaloosa, which will give me some negates. Ash to Oak, Oak to Poplar. Poplar is going to activate, and then I am going to negate his Ash Blossom with Appaloosa. And then just summon out the Linkuriboh right here. Activate the Ash to summon 2 bodies out onto the field. He's going to activate Welcome Labyrinth. And then I am going to negate this card when he activates it, just like that. Don't know why he let that be the last chain since Appaloosa is on the field. But whatever, it's okay. So we push that into the back row. And then we are going to go Formula Sync Run. And then just go ahead and go into Baron the Floor because he is playing Labyrinth. Don't want this motherfucker popping off. At least without me being able to have something to say about it. And then we're going to go into Borolo Savage Dragon. And then we're just going to attack for game. Perfect, perfect. So that was just a typical Snake Eyes match. Let's go on to the next one. Like I said, I just wanted to show y'all that you can play this deck like a normal Snake Eyes deck. Like, it does not interfere. There's no bricks being run in the deck by putting Harpy's Featherstorm in the deck because basically whenever you draw it, you just do the play that gives you access to the Lyrilusk. You're not running Lyrilusk cards in the deck other than what's in the extra deck. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. So my opponent is playing Vanquish Souls. Goes into Rocket the Vanquisher. And he is under Max C, by the way. Now, I activated Max C because I know how this fucking deck plays. Now watch this shit. This just shows a little bit of my knowledge of the game. So I activate my Max C. Now this is my turn. But I play this deck. So I know exactly how it plays. I know that he is going to do more summons on my turn than what he did on his turn. Because he is playing this deck. And this deck, like, it does a bunch of shit, bro. He's waiting for me to summon a monster so he can pop with what's in that column. So I go ahead and go Diabellstar to grab Subversion to force that pop from his Raisin kind of early. And there we go. He goes ahead, he pops my body, and then I'm going to draw a card. And look what I drew into. None other than Harpy's Featherstorm. And there we go. I just go ahead and tribute that off of Kurikari. Now, when I tribute off his monster with Kurikari, I know that all the Vanquish Souls cards that he has, they're all dead in his hand, bro. There's nothing he can do. He has to wait until I allow him to play again before he can do anything. So I don't want him to think that I have game. So of course I want him to stick around so I can flip this bitch over for his ass. Now I could just kill him, bro. Look at, bro. I got the shit to kill him. I got the shit to one turn kill him right now. But do I want to? No. Too much fun to Harpy's Featherstorm this man. So I activate Flamberge right here. Boom. Send the Flamberge back here. Go into Formula Sync Run. Go into Baron the Floor. And then there we go. Lyrilusk, Assembled Nightingale, boom. We're going to attack 2 times and then 3 times right here, 4 times. using the 2 Lyrilusk, and then we're going to grab his Vanquish Soul just to piss him off. We flip the Harpy's Featherstorm, and that is a GG's, my boy. He can't do shit. Now watch him try to play through it. And there we go. He gets to stake your soul. He's going to try to switch this card out, and then he just attacks into the monster to pretty much just hold an L, my boy. Like, bro, you wasn't gonna be able to play through that. Come on now. GG's. Now let's go to the next match. We're playing against Burning Kirby, and this is Platinum 1 before I hit Diamond. Now I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been playing this shit that like night in, night out, like for hours or nothing like that. I play this shit on my lunch breaks, bro. That's why all the times are like fucking. If you pay attention to the replay times, they're spread out, bro. I don't play this shit like y'all might think. Now, this is where I get access to Bonfire. This is where I throw Bonfire into my deck, and this is where shit gets interesting too. So my opponent is playing Sword Soul. He's going to activate Long Yuan. And this is probably one of the most interesting matches that I've played, because I played this so fucking perfectly. And this was on my lunch break, by the way. So he goes Shishao and Baron de Fleur, and he also does it in a way to avoid getting hit with Nibiru, because he can negate the Nibiru. So he's going to go Blackout. That's probably an Imperm. So I'm expecting Imperm, Blackout, or Blackout, Imperm, or Imperm, or Blackout, Imperm. However the fuck you want to say it, bro. It's Imperm and Blackout, basically. We know that. That's the only trap Sword Soul play. We also know that this is a Baron de Fleur. We also know that this is a Shishao. So he's got 2 on-field negates, 1 with Shishao and 1 with Imperm. And then he's got an Omni negate with Baron de Fleur. He's also got a 2-card pop. Can I play through that shit? Let's find out. So we are going to activate Bonfire right here, and it gets hit with Ash. Now, I did not expect an Ash Blossom. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that shit. But it's alright, because we got the Cross-Out Designator. All we're doing is just trying to force negates, bro. We're trying to force these cards to start doing shit. And he lets me grab a Poplar. Now, when you search Poplar, there's a very specific reason why I search Poplar right here. When you search Poplar, Poplar can just summon onto the field, and then it can add a card. So there we go, 1 negate down. So we get him to activate the Shishao on the field, which is completely fine by me. We are then going to link that off into a Linkuriboh, and then he's going to activate Call by the Grave. So turns out this was not an Imperm, this was a Call by the Grave. So this has to be Blackout, unless his dumbass just held his Blackout in his hand, which I know Sword Soul players aren't that stupid, so I know this is Blackout. Alright, so he Called by the Graves my Poplar, which I don't give a fuck, because in case you don't know, this card can summon from the Banish Zone. So we're going to activate Oak right here, and that is going to force out his Baron de Fleur negate. Of course. Of course. And there we go. So now we have successfully stopped 2 cards. We have got him to activate his Baron de Fleur. We've also got him to activate his Shishao. And we know that this is a Blackout, which means he is probably going to pop Diabell Star and Linkuriboh, which would be the smartest thing for him to do. Let's see what he does. So he flips over. There we go. Bro, this dude flips over the Blackout and destroys this and this. Now, in case y'all don't know about Diabell Star, let me read this off for y'all real quick. This shit says, During your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from its owner's hand or field to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard and special summon this card. So I think he was trying to avoid me getting the summoning effect to bring this right back, but it's my turn. So if he would have popped Diabell Star, I would have lost the card. So literally he could have popped Diabell Star plus this card, or Diabell Star plus this card, and it pretty much would have fucked me over. But he would have needed to pop this. But if he would have popped the two monsters, I would have had to summon something for me to be able to activate this card's effect anyways, because this has to be something that's on the field. So he should have popped my two monsters, and then I would have had to try to figure out how to get Ash onto the field, but I've already burned through my normal summon. So he's not that good at Yu-Gi-Oh! He doesn't think. So what do? What do? I just go ahead and activate that shit in the graveyard because he popped it. So because he popped it like a dumbass, he didn't read the fact that this card has a second effect. It has a on-field effect and a graveyard effect, which is why I set this card to the field in the first place. This card's just that good, my boy. So if somebody ever pops this shit, it has a graveyard effect. Remember that. So we just Kurikari his monsters and then attack and attack. Now he's lucky that he had a blackout. If he didn't have a blackout, this card would have been 4,500. But this card has a second effect too, an in-phase effect. So what do? Summon his Baron de Fleur out onto my side of the field. And then he activates his Tinny Spirit. So what do? Let's just use his Baron de Fleur against him. Pop and negate, and now he has to make his plays simply off of an incredible Ecclesias, and we are going to just simply Ash Blossom that shit. And he has to pass turn back to me. Oh, it's glorious fashion, my boy. And then there we go. We just attack with Baron de Fleur, and that is game. Completely dismantled this man's board. I bet you didn't see that shit coming. Alright, and now we are officially going to be into a diamond replay. Slowly climbing. We are slowly climbing, and there we go. We drew into the Harpy's Featherstorm. So let's check this out, see how this all plays out. So we're going to summon out Ash. Ash is going to search for Poplar. Poplar is going to go into Linkuriboh. Now, this is the most optimal of combos. Watch how this shit plays out. So we Diabell Star right there, and then we're going to use that to summon out Jet. Jet's going to go with that plus the Diabell Star to basically make Borolo Savage so we get an Omni Negate. And then we're going to just basically make a few plays right here. Summon out some level 1s. We're going to go into Formula Sync Run. And Mike, bro, how you gonna get your level 1 back though? What you doing? How you gonna get your level 1 so you can go into bro? I thought you said the optimals though. I thought you said the optimals. What's this? How you gonna get to this? Well, this is the most optimal play for the Harpy's Featherstorm. You just simply draw a card and then use the Jet Sync Run in your grave to summon, and then you go into Lyrilusk. Just that simple. And then we're just going to go ahead and go into Baron de Fleur. And I could have waited and then went into Baron de Fleur on my opponent's turn, so then that way this would summon out 2 cards. Because they really can't do shit, bro. They really can't do shit once you flip this card over. Unless they got exactly a kaiju. So we go ahead and activate Harpy's Featherstorm. And there we go. He summons out his Castera Unicorn, which triggers my field spell, and then the field spell is going to summon out Flamberge. So that's why I didn't do it, because it'll be on the field anyways. So he gets his Unicorn, and then he's going to see if he can make some plays. So he summons out Diabellstar, realizes he can't attack, goes into the Snake Eye Ash, and then look at this, bro. You trying to beat up on my Lyrilusk, my boy? Did you not read? Did he think that's all he needed to do? Was simply go into these three and then just beat into my Lyrilusk, my boy? Now, what would have been even funnier is if he went into Nightmare Unicorn. He didn't do it. I don't have it in this deck. But if he went into Nightmare Unicorn with these three bodies trying to spin this back, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I probably would have fell out my seat laughing. But he didn't. He realized. And there we go. Pretty much has to quit. And then the last and final game. Here we go. The last and final game. And there we go. Look at that. We drew into Harpy's Featherstorm yet again. So we're going to go ahead and Ash Blossom right away because basically everybody has Diabellstar. And I want a free card draw, my boy. So I'm not going to lie. Everybody's playing Labyrinth and Diabellstar. Labyrinth players are all setting up their fucking boards like fucking soon as the match starts. So Max C right away right now is the meta for me. And then people are summoning out Diabellstar. I want a free card draw, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So he then sets the wanted right here, and then he activates his Maxi. So I go ahead and cross out designator that Maxi. And y'all about to see some of the optimal of optimals. So I go ahead and go Snake Eye Ash. Ash is going to search Poplar. Poplar to grab the field spell. We're going to link into Linkaribo right here. And then Poplar is going to activate, setting itself onto the field. And then we're going to go Diabellstar to search for original sinful spoils. That's going to send the Linkaribo so we can then make Borlo Savage Dragon. Use this Ash to send that card to summon out Oak. Oak is going to resummon Jet Synchron. Use that to then go into Flamberge. Then we're gonna go Formula Sync Run just like we did the last time, and then assembled Nightingale. And then this time we're just going to attack with the 4 bodies on the field. And then look at that, we beat this man. We pecked him a couple times, right? And then we just kind of leave him alive. Like I said before, bro, I could have killed this man, but I want to use my Harpy's Featherstorm. Simple as that. And I know what you're thinking, Mike, bro, how could you have killed him? I don't get it, bro. How could you have killed him? Bro, do y'all not know how much comboing I could have did? I simply took the weaker combo so that I could literally negate his monster effects. So I then summon his Diabellstar to my side of the field, grab Wanted. Wanted will search for my Diabellstar, which I already got one in my hand, so I don't give a fuck. He's then going to attempt to summon Diabellstar and try to get its effect, but it is negated, my boy. Shit is negated. We're going to summon out Baron de Fleur. And look at all this fucking advantage, bro. On his turn, by the way. This is not my turn. This is his turn. And of course, he's not getting any monster effects. How is he going to play through all of this shit, bro? Goes into his own Borlo Savage Dragon. We're going to put that attack to 0. It gets no effects, so he does not have a negate with it. And then we're just going to make our plays. And then, bro, he scoops it up. Bro, what would you do? What would you do if you were negated, my boy? All your monster effects negated. And I'm cooking. You feel me? I'm cooking. In case y'all ask what the deck list was again, I know people always ask, bro. There it is. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.